Hey, what's up guys, TotallyDubbed here, and today I'm doing a video review on the AOC G2460PG. Before getting this review, I'd like to thank AOC for actually sending me this out for a trial review. So first of all, the specs. So this monitor is a 24-inch 1080p monitor that runs 144Hz and has G-Sync inside it as well. So therefore, you're going to need an Nvidia graphics card to benefit from the G-Sync capabilities. It runs a 1 millisecond G to G and has a single input of a display-port. There's no HDMI, VGA or DVI, so therefore you're going to have DisplayPort, which most Nvidia GPUs do nowadays. In terms of the ports and functionalities it's got some USB 3.0 ports on the back side, and it's got a fast charging USB for your phone. In terms of price and availability, it can be found for about £350 on Amazon.co.uk. Link will be in the description below. And it can be also found on Amazon USA for around $500. Again, that will be found in the description below. Now, it should be mentioned that this is not to be confused with the G2460PQU. As you'll notice, the only two differences is the QU rather than the G. So obviously the G means that it's got the G-Sync capabilities. PQU has got no G-Sync, but it's got the same specs. So it's running a TN display, just like the PG is. So that's out of the way. Hopefully that confusion might help some people. So you can see, paying £150 extra for G-Sync. So first of all, just to show you, I am running on 144Hz and at 1080p. Just going to zoom in a little bit. It might just take a little while with my camera, but you can see over here on the Nvidia control panel that I'm running 144Hz. 1080p over here. It also runs 120, 110, 85 and 60. I would highly suggest 144Hz. However, some people might prefer 120Hz and then enable ULMB. So I'm just going to show you that. If I put it onto 120Hz, zoom out and then enable ULMB, as you can see, there you go, it's been enabled. And the way to enable it is just by a button over here. It says ULMB on and off. So some people obviously are going to prefer to be gaming on ULMB. It's either or. Obviously, both have their advantages and disadvantages, but either way, 120Hz, 144Hz, you'll be running on G-Sync, which is great. So just to show you, G-Sync is enabled and it's ticked. So there we go, that's the Nvidia control panel. So before getting into the actual display and the performance, quick mention about the build quality. It's great. It's got a nice little green line over here, obviously Nvidia being all green rather than red, which is AMD, so it's a nice touch that they've added. The actual stand is very sturdy, it doesn't shake that much, and it can be adjusted in all different ways, pivot, and you name it, does everything you want. So stand is good, and it's got a nice matte finish which isn't too intrusive or look out of place. The screen is matte finish. It's not got a glossy screen, so therefore in sunlight it is absolutely fine to look at. So it's great in terms of being in a sunny location. Now, obviously you can see some pictures over here in the background. I'm just going to cycle through a few of them. Hopefully it'll give you a little bit of an idea of how it looks like. Just going to bring it a little bit lower. And you can see the colors are generally really good. Now I've got a little color profile right there. I'm gonna link a color profile in a description below. You can use it if you so wish. But the colors of this AOC are really nice. I quite like it for a TN display. It is very well done. In fact, I'd previously reviewed a Philips G-Sync monitor. It's the 272G5DYEB. I'll link that in the description below. Exact specifications, same specifications as the AOC, just that it's a 27-inch monitor, not a 24-inch monitor like we have in front of us. And one of the things I said is that actually it was one of the best TN displays I'd seen. And again, this AOC has the same TN panel, it seems. It's a very nice panel indeed. It looks very nice. Now, one thing I should note is before I had an Nvidia GPU, when I was running on iGPU connected up to my motherboard, the colors were pretty bad. It was very saturated, didn't look nice at all. Saturated and flat colors. But when connected up to the Nvidia GPU, colors came out, and I'm so glad they did because it looks so much better. So it looks really nice. I'm very impressed with the color reproduction, especially for a TN display. Obviously it's LED, but TNs are a little further behind of IPS and PLS in terms of colors, but does a fantastic job. So now let's talk about the gaming performance. So I've just got some CSGO over here, just got some bots. So here we go. As you can see at the top right, I've got Shadow Play running. It's running at 144 Hz. If just zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see a little bit closer up. And I just want to just kind of share the performance that I get. It looks really nice. As you can see, very fluid, very responsive. So when I'm moving around, there is no sort of lag. I can't notice any lag, and it works very well. I really like the fact that, you know, the response time is really on point. There is just no sort of delay or lag or any tearing. You know, if I'm doing this, there's no sort of tearing, obviously because of G-Sync being used. No tearing in there. Amazing. It looks really fantastic, and obviously with the colors as well being very impressive for a TN display. I'm very impressed overall. Now I'm just looking for some bot to kill, but unfortunately I can't find any. There we are. That's my pro MLG skills right there, which are absolutely horrible. So yeah, there we go. Got a kill. So as you can see, you know, it's performing really well, really responsive, and obviously the colors do shine out really well. On top of that, it's as I'm running a GTX 960, I can run this on maximum resolution. Obviously, you know, CS:GO is not the most intensive game for GPU usage, but what I'm trying to say is that you can get some really nice results with this monitor and really enjoy the scenery with it. So let's just tab out of CS:GO. So yeah, overall, I mean, I was really impressed with the performance. Performance more than anything, but obviously the panel looked really good. Now, my major complaints about the Philips G-Sync monitor was its price. It was 480 to 450 pounds. I said to me, that's just too much. I mean, 27-inch, okay, it's fine, but it's just too much. It was too much money. And I said in the review, if this was 300 pounds or 350, that'd be a whole different story. And this is the case. The AOC is exactly that, what I said, £350. Little, you know, a little bit hit and miss in terms of prices in the US with $500. But £350, would I recommend it? Absolutely. If you're looking for a G-Sync monitor, I have to emphasize G-Sync because obviously if you don't want G-Sync, you know, if you're going to be playing CSGO all the time, then you could get the other AOC monitor, which is identical to it, but just doesn't have G-Sync and is £150 cheaper. But if you're looking for something really that's going to eliminate tearing, you know, no sort of crack lines between the video, then this monitor is really amazing. £350, you get G-Sync, a 1080p monitor, 1 millisecond G to and 144 Hz, and a really nice TN display to add to that. And just, you know, just as a caveat, you've got there's a cherry on the top. You've got a nice build quality, and you've got USB 3.0 ports, and you've got the fast charging on the side as well. So what more could you really ask for a G-Sync monitor? This is what it's at, and I'm very much impressed by AOC over here. They've done a great job in my opinion. So really huge thumbs up from me for actually for this monitor. I think it does a great job overall. So anyway guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure you give it a nice healthy thumbs up. Definitely subscribe if you want to see more. Do let me know your comments below if you get this monitor, you're thinking about this monitor, or if someone was, then definitely favorite and share the video, as it always helps. So if someone else is looking for a monitor like this, you know, this review might or might not help them. So great sharing as well. Anyway guys, I've been Totally Dubbed. As I said, you can purchase this monitor on Amazon.co.uk and .com. Again, I'll put those links in the description below in case you're interested. Highly suggest you check it out because it's a great monitor. Alright guys, I've been Totally Dubbed. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Take care. Bye bye.